Hey, second grade, welcome back to another week of working on our passion projects. I'm really excited about this step of our project. It's because this is where we're going to do all our learning and our growing and our creating, and it's super fun. So, for the next few weeks, we are going to be doing that, and then the last week, we are going to be presenting our project. And if you're really curious about what the end of the year is going to look like, I'm going to show you at the end of this video. But first, I want to tell you what we're going to be doing for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We are going to be in our Learn and Create section of our project. So, what you are going to be doing this week in order to be successful is these 3 things. First, you are going to check out the Padlet, which I'm going to show you in a second. Then you're going to try your best to join a Zoom session, and I'll tell you why after. And you are going to be sharing with me your progress, and I'll show you the ways I'm going to be looking for that. After that, I will give you some advice if you think you are already finished with your progress or your project after this week. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about our Padlet. So a Padlet, some of you might already know because I've been talking about it on Zoom a little bit. But what it's a website where all the second grade teachers, so me, Miss Della, Miss Hennessy, and Miss Wood, we all have been trying to put together resources that you can use when you're learning about your passion. So I'm going to show you how to get there and what it looks like. Now I realized after a friend told me that she checked it out and she was like, "Woo, this is really overwhelming." So I'm going to show you how to look through it and find your passion. It is pretty confusing if you first look at it, but once you know how to use it, then you're like, oh yeah, okay, now I get it. So I'll show you that. So you're going to find our Padlet in our inquiry class. So this is where we have been doing all of our passion project stuff. So I'm sure you already know, but in case you don't, how you're going to get there is we have our ELA, inquiry, and math folders. You're going to go into inquiry. Then you're going to go to your classwork. Now, if you're on your iPad, all these tabs are going to be on the bottom, but you'll be able to find them. Classwork. And then at the top, our Passion Project Padlet will always be at the top, no matter how far into the school year. I know we only have 4 weeks, but next week, the week after, and the final week, it'll always be at the top. It won't move down like our other assignments and videos and things like that. So if you click on it, the link is down here. And this is what it looks like. So this might be changing as the year goes on because we're going to add more things. So I might suggest for you to go look at it later on in the weeks, even if you've already looked at it, in case we add more things. So how you are going to find your passion is looking at these top boxes, okay? These are like the headings. So if you are doing something on rocks, you're going to look down here and you'll scroll down and you'll see all this information about rocks. If you're doing anything with nature and animals, this includes pets and planting. You're going to want to look down here. So if you're doing anything with your pets, here's a way to make cat toys. Here's the way to play plants. And you'll keep going down and scrolling down, and you'll find all the resources for nature and animals. Now, if you want to look for Legos, you're going to do the same thing. Scroll down, and in this section is where all the Lego stuff. So we have video games, sports and exercise. So I know a lot of you are doing bike stuff. So there's a video under here about how to do a wheelie. And I am still looking to add more things, so keep checking back. Fashion, art, babysitting, motorcycles and machines, circuits, cooking and baking, and teaching. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to our Padlet, our Passion Project Padlet. You're going to want to look at whatever your passion is to learn something more. Now, I know that we already have our what we want to learn down. So in some of those videos, it's kind of giving you ideas of, okay, what is it that I want to learn? But there's other videos like how to, which will also be helpful. So make sure that you go check it out. If you don't find anything valuable there, that's okay, but you most likely will. So it's a good idea to go check it out. All right, now on to joining Zoom. The reason you're going to want to join Zoom at least once this week is because your classmates are going to be helping you to make your passion project even stronger and get you even more excited about your passion. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm talking to other people about my passion, a lot of times they give me really good ideas that I add into it and make it so much more better. So much more better. So much better. Now, after you do your Zoom, you are going to share with me at least once this week. Now, I know maybe, let's say you're learning how to bike ride, and on Monday you bike for 2 blocks, and then you fall off your bike, or you lean on your bike and you can't do it anymore. Then the next day you get a little farther, the next day you get a little farther. You don't have to share with me every single day. I just want you to check in with me at least once, just so I know what's going on with your project, okay? Another thing with that is, so if you're biking, let's say we're using the same example. Let's say you get really far on Wednesday. Maybe that's the day you want to check in with me and be like, hey, Mrs. Jarash, the past 2 days I was getting a little bit farther every single day, and today I rode all the way down the street, okay? So that would be an example of a good time to share with me. All right, now I'm going to give you a few options, and this is all in the description of our lesson this week. So if you don't remember any of these things, just go above this video, and there'll be a list of everything you need to do to be successful this week. So I cannot talk today. You can go on Dojo, and you can share a video with me of you riding your bike. I'm just going to use that same example because it's in my head. You could share a picture with me. Or you can go onto the Google Doc that is beneath this. It's a tab, and you can type in a reflection saying, oh, on Monday I got this far, on Tuesday I got this far, and Wednesday I rode all the way down the block, okay? So you can use video, you can use a picture, or you can type it up and send it to me through Google Classroom, okay? Now, if you don't want to do any of those, you could write a reflection in your journal. Just make sure to take a picture of it and send it to me through Dojo, okay? Lastly, let's say you get to the end of this week and you're like, I'm done with my project. I learned how to ride my bike. I'm done, okay? Then you need to think, what more can I do, okay? A really good thing to do is to go back to the Padlet and say, okay, now that I know how to ride my bike, what else could I do? Come to Zoom and ask me and your classmates. I learned how to ride my bike. Now, what is something else I could do with my passion? Because we have until the end of the year, and you are going to be working on a passion the whole rest of the school year, okay? So that's going to be what you're going to do when you think you're done.